All right guys, so today we're gonna be working on this 2785 EL Saltwater Series Tritoon. This thing is a monster. I'm assuming that the 27 is the length and the 85 is the width, but this thing is a beast. It's literally a living room with a 300 horsepower outboard on it. I'm gonna hop up in here and give you a little walkthrough real quick. Then I'm gonna give you the rundown of what I'm gonna be repairing. This thing is so sick. Really comfortable. It's like driving a barge. You can definitely have some epic parties on this thing out on the lake. It's got a cool tower on it too. It's huge. Not to mention, it's got a 300 horsepower Mercury on it. Guy said this sucker rolls about 50, 52, I think he said. Sick though. This thing's got subwoofers and all kinds of stuff in it. All right, so I'm gonna hop out and show you what we're gonna be doing. All right, so this is the rear of the boat. In between these two pontoons here, they've got these metal aluminum sheeting. Basically, that's just like a splash guard to protect the wood. But this thing is hauling ass at 50 miles an hour. As you see here, it's got this extruded material and it's riveted on the sides and up to the bottom sheeting that's covering it. Well, if you can see way up there, some of those sheetings are hanging down. What they did was they didn't run this extrusion all the way up. They stopped, and where they stopped, it didn't have very many connection points, and those sheetings started falling out of there. Go take a look at the front and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is on the front side. As you can see, they didn't put that extruded material in here. Their only connection points are going from left to right across the boat here, port to starboard. And that's not many connection points considering the whole length of this. These sides have double-sided sticky tape on them, and it just didn't hold up. It's missing probably about a 10-foot section on this side. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna cut some sheets to fit inside of here, and I'm gonna bend my own material like an extrusion that's on the back, so I can attach here and up to the bottom here. All this is wood, just exposed wood. A lot of the smaller pontoons, they don't even have this. But I guess they put this aluminum sheeting in here on the bigger pontoons that are going to be hitting higher speeds to help the longevity of that wood. Let's get back to work. All right guys, so I bent this little test piece. This is basically my template. Kind of trying to mirror what's already up here. I mean, it'd be really sick if I had a piece of that extrusion, or obviously it's not radius and rolled like that one, but it's the way I can make it. So what I'm going to do is, that was just my test piece, so I'm going to cut some strips that are about 10 foot long, and I'm going to bend them just like this, and then I'll pick up where these left off going down here and run it the rest of the way to sandwich my new sheets in. This is a very tight quartered space. I mean, if you guys have seen any of my videos, I'm not a small guy. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. All right guys, so as you can see, it's tighter than Dick's hat band down here. You ain't got no no room for nothing. But I'll show you what I just did. All right, this is the original extrusion, and it failed right at the extrusion. I mean, it was flopped over and bent back here. The water had hit it. This thing is humongous tank, and it moves 50 some miles an hour. This little thin ass aluminum didn't stand a chance. So what we're gonna do is, now we've cut this off, which was extremely dangerous and kind of nerve-wracking, but I wouldn't recommend you doing that. But I did it, it's done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a couple of these rivets out on either side here. I'm gonna sleeve my sheet in there and try to overlap that one. Get it in between this extrusion and the existing sheet. That way the flow of water will flow directly to the back of the boat and won't hang up or catch and get shot up inside of there. Alright guys, so we got our sheet on this side over here. Now I'm gonna come back and I'm going to put a corner piece in on both sides. Try to help support it. Oh, hey guys, what's up? I'm having a lot of fun here. As you can see, what I'm doing, it's really not that hard. The only part that makes it extremely difficult is the fact that there's no room in here whatsoever to move around. Putting in a crap ton of rivets. At least it's nice weather out here. I gotta do this one outside because I can't fit this boat inside the shop. It's too tall. But I mentioned I'm a little claustrophobic. I'm not a big fan of tight spaces at all. I guess it kind of helps being outside because I get all the daylight coming in here, but it's not my favorite place to be. I'm not really a big fan of heights either. Anything over 2 stories, I get shaking in the knees. Like, I will say this though, at least down here, I gotta worry about nobody messing with me. The only people I got down here watching me is you guys. And y'all can't talk back. You can't offer a hand to help either though, so it's kind of a catch-22. I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys back on the time lapse because you don't want to watch me do this for the next 3 hours. right, so we got one side of the Tritoon completely finished. It looks really good. I'm not gonna lie to you, this was really hard. And look how far this thing goes down in here. Whoa. And then it's tight, it's super tight. There's no room in there to move around, as you just saw. So I'm not gonna lie, my neck's kind of hurting and my shoulders from working overhead and being cramped up in here. But unfortunately, I've got to do this all over again on the opposite side. So this is the opposite side. I slid my 10-foot sheet in here. I'm gonna have to get somebody to help me hold it up, shoot a couple of rivets up to it to hold it. And I'm gonna have to come back and run all of the same corner molding, just like on the other side, all the way down 30 feet on each side. One thing I did learn about doing the other side is that I really don't want to do this side at all, because it's really hard, it's crap, and it sucks. So it's time for me to get back to work. So the beast is complete. I mean, this thing is just monstrous. We got both sides. I'm gonna call this like a splash well. Completed all the way up. It's a lot of work. A lot of hard work to get into the tight quarters. But it's done. Look how big this thing is. Take me 10 seconds to walk to the other side of it. Turned out good though. I think he's gonna be real happy. This piece I made here turned out good. Fits up in there tight. Looks real nice. Time for me to get on to the next one. Let's get back to work.